A nested radical question, we have to simplify it. Let's try. So first we will start from the innermost square root. So writing others as it is, 9 plus, then square root 64 plus 16. Square root of 12 we can write it as 4 times 3 under square root, then all under square root. Now when a times b is under square root, we can write it as square root of a times square root of b. Also, for a number such as a, we can also write it as square root of a square, because square root means it is raised to the power of 1 upon 2. So when we square it, the exponent is also raised to the power of 2, then this and this gets cancelled. Therefore, so a number can be written as the square of its square root. So using these two concepts, here we can write 9 plus 64 plus 16 as 16 under square root, then square, and then this square root of 4 times square root of 3, then all under square root. Again 9 plus 64 plus this we can write 16 times 16 under square root, along with this times 3 under square root, and square root of 4 is equal to 2, so we can write 2 here, then all under square root. Again 9 plus square root 64 plus 16 times 3 is 48, so we can write 48 times 16 under square root times 2 all under square root. Understand that unless we solve the innermost square root, we cannot go ahead and solve this. So 9 plus 64 we can write it as 48 plus 16 plus 2 times this we can write square root of 48 times square root of 16, then all under square root. We just saw we can write a number as the square root. We just saw we can write a number as the square of its square root. So 48 we can write it as square root of 48 square, and 16 as square root of 16 square. So 9 plus then square root of 48 square plus square root of 16 square plus 2 times square root of 48 plus square root of 16, then all under square root. Now if you consider square root of 48 as a and square root of 16 as b, then here you can see it is a square, it is b square, and this here is 2ab. So this is an algebraic expression. We can write it as a plus b whole square. So this will be 9 plus 48 plus 16, 9 plus then square root of 48 plus square root of 16 whole square all under square root. Now we can remove this square root with this square. Now we have 9 plus square root of 48 plus square root of 16 under square root, or 9 plus square root of 16 is 4, then plus square root of 48, then all under square root. 9 plus 4 is 13, then plus square root of 48 we can write it as 12 times 4 under square root, then all under square root, or 13 plus 4 under square root times 12 under square root, or 13 plus square root of 4 is 2, so 2 times square root of 12, then all under square root. 13 we can write it as 12 plus 1 plus 2 times square root of 12, and times 1 we can write here, then all under square root. Now 12 we can write it as square root of 12 square plus 1 as 1 square plus 2 times square root of 12 times 1. Now this is in the form of a square plus b square plus 2ab. So we can write square root of 12 plus 1 whole square under square root. Now we can remove the square root with this square. So this will be equal to square root of 12 plus 1. Now you can put the value of square root of 12 and find the final answer, or if it is asked just for simplification, you can leave it here. So this is equal to square root of 12 plus 1. We can check the answer in the calculator. So we found answer 12 under square root plus 1. Let's just find the value of this first. So this is equal to 4.464. The question was 9 plus square root 64 plus 16 times square root of 12 under square root, all under square root. Let's see the value here. You can see the exact match. So our answer is correct. Thanks for watching.